SYNDI'Sports, Financial Sports Savings. It's your boy Rome Like the City. January 11th, 2026. It is Sunday, Wildcard Sunday, Wildcard Weekend. It's been a crazy, electrifying weekend so far. Then we got a whole bunch of NBA choices too, and we had a whole bunch of crazy NBA games yesterday, but it's a new day. So what I won't do is waste your time. Let's get straight to these picks. First best choice, Josh Allen, 2+ touchdowns altered. He will have an opportunity to hit his receivers in open spots because the Jaguars secondary and their linebackers, they really aren't the highest of efficiency when it comes to the defensive aspect of things. And Josh Allen, he usually picks teams like that apart to pieces. So I expect him, as long as he got good coverage and the game remains competitive, he could probably cover 2 passing touchdowns by the half, but no later than the third quarter. On the other side of that spectrum, we're going to take James Cook, 70 rushing yards. He leads the NFL in rushing yards. He's top 3 in carries attempts. And the Bills' offense is pretty much predicated off of James Cook and if he's accessible. So for them to be at a high efficiency in the way I expect them to, James Cook is going to have to attack that ground. He's going to have to do what he's been doing all year and dominate on the carries and dominate on the possession. And then for our last choice for this game is Trevor Lawrence, 200 passing yards alt. He's covered this line 3 out of the last 5 games. And I don't see anybody on the Bills side defensively. They're kind of skeptical on the defensive end of things too. I don't see anybody that's going to stop Trevor Lawrence from getting these 200 passing yards. I mean, he got his tools on the outsides. He got a quality of running backs that he could throw screens to and shit. So I see him covering this line in a pretty efficient fashion too. And then for our next choice is Eagles 49ers. Saquon Barkley, we're going to take him for 60 rushing yards. Their main focus on offense as the Eagles is to move the ball up the field and dominate time of possession. The way they dominate time of possession is by running that ball. As long as they can continue to do how their game plan usually is, I don't see how Saquon Barkley could not cover this line. Probably no later than probably like the third quarter for sure. And then on the other side of that spectrum, we're going to take CMC. We're not going to take his rushing yards, though. We're going to take CMC's 30 receiving yards. He leads his team in receiving yards. So, given the fact this is a winner-go-home scenario, I believe he's going to be leading his team in every statistical category that he already has led his team in all season today. And if he led his team in statistical category of receiving all year, then I think he's going to do it today. And plus, they don't have nobody, in my opinion, linebacker-wise, that can compare CMC. And then our last choice for this game is Brock Purdy, 2+ touchdowns all. Ever since he's been back, he's been throwing over 2 touchdowns per. Highly efficient completion rate. You know what I'm saying? Their game is pretty simple. Just screens and short passes, and you might catch a down ball. But as long as they do what they're supposed to do, I see Brock Purdy getting 2 touchdowns probably by the middle of the third or the third quarter. And then our last choice is for the NFL is that's it for the NFL. I'm not tapping in with that Drake May. I really feel like that's a Vegas game, so I'm going to leave that alone. We're going to focus straight on to NBA. We got a few NBA picks, so let's waste no time. JJJ. We're going to take his 15+ points. He leads his team in points per game. And I don't see anybody that can match up with JJJ. He gets to his spots. He put the ball in the hole. He's a pretty efficient guy. So I expect him to really cover 15 points. Really no cap by third quarter for real. And then for our later game, for one of our other games, Tyrese Maxey, 20+ points all. No one can stop him from getting to the paint, and it seems as if Joel Embiid got his legs back. So I'm not saying that he's not focused on getting Joel Embiid the ball, but his main focus now is to win regardless, by any means necessary. And if it's by him, then it's by him. So we're going to take Tyrese Maxey, 20+ points all. Then on the other side of that spectrum, we're going to take Joel Embiid, 20+ points all. It seems as if he has his legs back. As long as he can get a high efficient rotation and the game remains competitive, We should be able to cover this line by the third quarter as well. We'll take Joel Embiid, 20+ points alt. And then for some of our later games, Jalen Brunson. We're going to take Jalen Brunson, 25+ points alt. They play the Blazers. I don't feel like anybody on the Blazers guard-wise that can guard Jalen Brunson in a highly efficient fashion. So we're going to take Jalen Brunson for 25+ points alt. And then on the other side of that spectrum, we're going to take Denny Avdija, 20+ points alt. The Knicks don't really have a forward, in my opinion, that can guard Denny Avdija. So as long as this game remains competitive, Denny Avdija can get to his spots. It should be no problem for him to cover this line. And then for our Western games, we got Victor Wembanyama. We're going to take him 20+ points alt. It seems as if he's getting more time in each game, which subsequently gives him more of an opportunity to put the ball in the hole. Today, they played the Timbs. He fucking hates Rudy Gobert because Rudy Gobert thinks he's the best man from France ever, but he's not. It's really Victor Wembanyama. And Victor is ready to prove to the world that he's the best man from France. There you go. And then on the other side of that spectrum, we're going to take Anthony Edwards, 20+ points alt. The Spurs really do have a high efficient defensive perimeter team. So I'm not taking him for his average, but for this game to remain competitive, he still has to score. So instead of taking his natural point line or even 25+ points altered, we're just going to take him, Anthony Edwards, for 20 points altered. And then for our next game, we got the Heat versus the Thunder. Shai G, 25+ points alt. We just figured out that they can't do nothing without Shai G, and that's okay. This wasn't a loss, it was a lesson, and it's a lesson for the Thunder. The lesson is keep Shai G on the fucking roster at all times. There's no reason for him to miss any games. But 25+ points alt. I don't see nobody on Miami that can stop him from getting to his spots. And then on the other side of that spectrum, we're going to take Norman Powell, 20+ points alt. With the negative momentum that the Thunder have, the Heat actually has a chance to win. You know what I'm saying? They just got to remind themselves that they have the motion, and they can actually win. Just like how the Heat could basically be essentially like how the Hornets was, how they beat them. But it just takes them to remain competitive for that to happen. Regardless of all that, Norman Powell is going to give you 20 points. You can count on that. And then our last couple choices, I swear to God. Jalen Johnson, points plus rebound. He leads his team in all statistical categories. And with Trae Young gone, he wants to prove to the world that he belongs and he deserves the spot that he worked for. And then they play the Warriors. The Warriors don't got no forward that can really guard him. But on the other side of that spectrum, we are going to take Stephen Curry, 20+ points alt. He leads his team in points per game, and there is nobody on Atlanta that can guard Stephen Curry at a high efficient fashion. So we're going to take him, 20+ points alt. There you have it. Your boy Rome like the city. Shout out my friends, subscribers. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Rome City. Outro.